The Rise and Fall of Dynasties, A Tale of Thrones and Turmoil. By the Khilji Dynasty. After the Mamluks, slave dynasty, the power in Delhi passed into the hands of a more ambitious and ruthless line, the Khilji dynasty, founded by Jalal-ud-Din Khilji in 1290. Jalal-ud-Din was a seasoned soldier and a man of relative moderation, ascending to the throne in his 70s. Despite his age, he tried to maintain peace and was known for his clemency, a rarity in medieval times. However, his kindness would cost him dearly. His nephew and son-in-law, Alauddin Khilji, an educated man with military genius and iron will, assassinated Jalal-ud-Din in 1296 to seize the throne. Alauddin, though known for his cruelty, was one of the most remarkable rulers of the Delhi Sultanate. Alauddin's vision was vast. He dreamt of creating an empire that could rival the caliphate. He launched campaigns deep into the Deccan, conquering kingdoms like Devagiri, Warangal, and Dwarasamudra. Under his general Malik Kafur, he expanded the Delhi Sultanate farther south than any predecessor. He was also a brilliant administrator. His economic reforms, such as strict market control, price regulation, and intelligence networks, made him a legend. Although he never formally declared himself a prophet, he ruled with an air of divinity. He married Malika-i-Jahan, the daughter of Jalal-ud-Din, but was known to maintain a relatively private domestic life. Alauddin was educated in Arabic and Persian and maintained a court of scholars, though he himself preferred pragmatism over bookishness. After his death in 1316, his minor son Shihab-ud-Din Omar ascended the throne under the regency of Malik Kafur, but the dynasty collapsed into chaos soon after. 2. The Tughlaq dynasty. In 1320, the Khilji legacy ended, and the Tughlaqs rose to power under Ghiyas-ud-Din Tughlaq, a military governor and a man of humble origins. Ghiyas-ud-Din was intelligent and just. He focused on infrastructure, building canals and roads, and stabilizing the empire. His short reign ended when he died mysteriously. Many believe he was killed by his own ambitious son. That son was none other than the infamous Muhammad bin Tughlaq, one of the most enigmatic rulers in Indian history. A polymath educated in theology, philosophy, logic, astronomy, and medicine, he was fluent in Persian and Arabic. He had received education from top scholars and was deeply interested in rational sciences. However, his rule from 1325 to 1351 was marred by impractical and disastrous experiments. Among his most controversial decisions were shifting the capital from Delhi to Dawlatabad in the Deccan, which exhausted the population and failed miserably. Introduction of token currency, which led to massive counterfeiting. Excessive taxation in Doab, resulting in famine and rebellion. Despite these failures, Muhammad was a thinker ahead of his time. His reign ended in chaos, but he remained a tragic figure, brilliant yet too idealistic for the time. His cousin, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, 1351 to 1388, brought much-needed stability. A builder and reformer, he constructed canals, rest houses, and over 300 cities. He was religious and leaned on the clergy. He also introduced welfare measures and abolished many harsh taxes. However, he was not a warrior, and under his successors, the empire crumbled. By the late 14th century, Delhi was vulnerable. In 1398, Timur, Tamerlane, invaded, sacking Delhi and reducing it to ruins. The Tughlaq dynasty limped along until 1414, after which it was finally replaced. 3. The Sayyid dynasty, 1414-1451, Shadows of Power. Post-Tughlaqs, the Sayyid dynasty was founded by Khizr Khan, Timur's appointed governor of Delhi. Though he didn't declare himself sultan, he ruled as a vassal of the Timurid Empire. The Sayyids were not militarily strong, nor politically dominant, ruling a fragmented region with little real power. Khizr Khan was succeeded by his son Mubarak Shah, who was more assertive. He tried to control local governors and launched a few successful military expeditions. However, his efforts were not enough to restore Delhi's glory. The later Sayyid rulers, Muhammad Shah and Alauddin Alam Shah, were ineffective and increasingly dependent on powerful nobles. Alam Shah eventually abandoned the throne and retired to Badam, allowing a new power to rise. I-4, the Lodhi dynasty, 1451 to 1526, the Afghan revival. With the fall of the Sayyids, the Afghans returned to power under Bahlul Lodhi, who established the Lodhi dynasty in 1451. He was a seasoned warrior and an astute leader who expanded Delhi's boundaries and brought relative stability. Though not deeply educated, Bahlul was a practical statesman and a devout Muslim who maintained a simple court. His son, Sikandar Lodhi, r. 1489–1517, was more refined. He was a patron of poets and scholars, promoted Persian literature, and encouraged the building of schools and hospitals. He was well educated and ruled with a firm hand, moving the capital to Agra, which he developed into a thriving city. Sikandar's rule was followed by Ibrahim Lodhi, the last Sultan of Delhi. Ibrahim was proud and imperious. His rule saw growing discontent among Afghan nobles, many of whom felt sidelined. His harshness alienated his court, and in a dramatic turn of history, his own governor of Punjab, Daulat Khan, invited Babur of Kabul to invade. This decision sealed the fate of the Delhi Sultanate. In 1526, Babur, a descendant of Timur and Genghis Khan, defeated Ibrahim Lodhi in the First Battle of Panipat. Ibrahim fell on the battlefield, marking the end of the Lodhi dynasty and the Delhi Sultanate, and heralding the dawn of the Mughal Empire.
For more information, subscribe.